Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Yeah, Feliz Navidad. Yeah, Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Yeah. Feliz Navidad. Alright, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome. Bienvenidos to the Galactic Seabass channel, podcast number 33. Ever since I learned Spanish, I have been saying bienvenidos. So, bienvenidos was new to me as of yesterday. Yesterday is a concept of time at this point. I have been traveling a lot over the last 72 hours, I would say, and I am discombobulated as all can be. However, I would very much genuinely like to welcome you to another edition of the Galactic Seabass podcast. This is a sleep-deprived episode as we have been working all night, and we got a lot done today. I am very proud of that, so let's start it off. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa to everybody out there. Genuinely hope you had a good time with your families and you were able to show and went out and did some family activities and just, we had Christmas together and we had a Christmas meal and we all got to spend time together individually and got to help my mom with the garden, so that was really nice and I was just really grateful to be able to spend some time with my family. So that was pretty sweet and that went by really, really fast. We were only there 24, 25, 26 was a trip. We need to talk about this in a little bit. Shouts out to Rico at Royalty Auto Services in Las Vegas. You are a legend, and we are about to dive into that in a little bit. However, shouts out to my mom too for helping me fix my car because we are about to drive to Kill Tony this weekend, which, oh boy, that seems it's been an idea for a long time, and now it's actually becoming a realization. And the idea is sort of just, has me excited, just for the possibility to be up on that stage, and not only that stage, but that stage multiplied by several times. 8,000 people is a lot different than an average 300-person club. So I am really excited to be able to try something on a whole new level as far as anything that I have experienced at this point. On Christmas Eve, I hit 15 months into comedy. Right now, I believe we are at 448 sets as of last night over at the Madhouse. Yeah, just grinding out, which means, one more set, and then over there, in theory, it might be 449. It would be cool if 450 was the Kill Tony one. So we'll try and get a little extra guy in there. See, you know what, actually, we can just clarify that right now. This might be a little bit of a scatterbrained episode, because I'm going to go back to Christmas in a second. Let's see. 12:23. Oh. Looks like. Yeah, I didn't do it Christmas Eve because I left. So that means, wow, that Christmas Eve set went haywire too. I don't even know if we can really talk about everything that went down that night. Most likely after about half of this class, we will dive into it. Let's see. That's, what day was yesterday? 12/27, because today's the 28th. I think I was going to leave the morning of the 29th. Yep. So 12/27. was set 446 at the Madhouse Comedy Club. It was mediocre, and we gave it a solid go. It's one of those things, sort of arbitrary once you get into this number category. I don't even know how many people keep track of their things. Maybe I'm doing this all crazy, but I like the way that I've been writing it out. So let's see what 447 is, and then 448 could be Kill Tony. Who knows? That would be absolutely fantastic. So we'll see. 4 plus 4 equals 8. I don't know. That's just, I like numbers. It's super fun. Okay, so I wanted to dive back to Christmas real quick. Christmas was really cool. I just want to share these two things. My mom got me this ornament with a picture of us, and it's so sweet. It says there's no greater gift than family, and it's on both sides. I just realized, and I can't wait to add that to my little ornament collection. I got my little ornament collection out this year that I've had since I was a kid, and I left it in the closet the last couple of years, and it was so nostalgic to pull it out and get to see all these old pieces of my childhood and, you know, my dad's old stocking, and just really cool little Christmas stuff. So I felt the spirit this year, and it was really nice, and I hope everybody had a good time with their families again. And it's so sweet. My mom got me this, and she thought it was a bear paw, but I said it's a dog paw. And it has my name carved in it, and it's like a snowflake, and it's beautiful, and I love it. And it reminds me of my boys, and Ollie and Andy. I hope they had a good Christmas with Kelly. Shouts out for Kelly again, watching him. Really appreciate that. He's about to do the same thing while I go to Kill Tony, so absolute legend. Oh boy, yeah, so that was cool. And yeah, after we got our car fixed on the 26th, I was up most of the day. We had a pretty busy little evening, and yeah, ended up driving home probably 1 in the morning, 1, 2 in the morning. Made it back at about 6 or 7. Yeah, that was a wild one. And then Kelly was here, so he woke up and dipped out, and then I had time to get a little bit of rest, and I got some sleep, woke up, and got to work pretty much immediately. I was able to wear some dapper new clothing that my mom got for me. Shouts out to the mama, because I really, really like this shirt, and I feel like it's a cool little color. Red and gold, and it's kind of fun. It goes with this hat. I haven't brought this hat out maybe ever since I got it, so hey, something new. And that's a plane, so let's go ahead and do a little cheers, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 33. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and do all the YouTube stuff. It really means a lot to me. Alright, cool. So far this week, I did not receive any email questions for advice or just general life stuff that you might be curious about. Feel free to send those my way. My email is galacticseabass@gmail.com. And I would love to hear from you. Please write in, and I will happily print stuff out so I can have a proper podcast to go ahead and display. Okay, you know what? One thing I should talk about too. So when I got my car fixed, this doesn't make any sense, because this might be the greatest man in the world. I got, okay, here's what all was done. They installed new front brakes. They did a fuel injection chemical cleaning. The machine front rotor drum. Replaced the air filter, replaced the cabin air filter, and they replaced the oil. They did a synthetic oil change and filter. Total, $380. What? So thank you, sir, for helping me get my car road ready to be able to go to Austin and do this thing. Shouts out to Rico. If anybody in the Las Vegas metro area needs work done, again, the name of that place is Royalty Auto Services. So I highly recommend their work. I'm very, very grateful for that. So thank you so much. And shout out to my mom for recommending that to me and helping me out with that. That was super, super cool of you. Thank you for believing in my dreams. And yeah, so pretty cool. Got back and got to work immediately. And, got some work done. It might have been one of the slowest days I've had in a while. I did 17 rides, either 16 or 17 rides. Took probably 10 or 11 hours and made like $130, I think. So it really doesn't average out that well, even to the minimum. And sometimes you have those kind of days, which is really crazy. You just kind of have to work through it and hope for the best. And I should be good to go. Should enough to have enough to get to Austin and back, which is all that really matters. Then we'll take care of all the semantics when I get home. And let's go ahead and let's see. Yeah, like I said, this is a little bit of a scrambly brained episode, so we're going to try to pull it together best we can. Christmas was dope. Oh, one thing, yeah, this is so cool. My mom got me these amazing belt buckles that you can put on your shoes. So inside, you can put it on any shoe. It just clips on like a little string, and then all your shoes become gold buckle shoes. So I've been wearing my Vans with gold buckles thanks to my mom. It's amazing. Very grateful for that. Yeah, it's been good. We're staying positive. We got home and we cleaned the house after work. Like, so tonight, yeah, that same night where I got up and just got back from Vegas and I woke up and went to work, did some comedy. We did a 3-minute set at the Madhouse. That was 4:47. The set was okay. Something crazy happened like the day I was there last, and that was a whole bit of an ordeal, sort of through the Christmas charade in a conundrum, and like I said, we might need a little bit more before we get into that story. So the point is that we're alive and we're walking and healthy, and we're motivated, ready to go do this thing, kill Tony in the booty. I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I have lots of feelings going through. There's the possibility that I go and I don't get pulled. And there's the possibility that I go and I get pulled. So my dad always told me, but I don't want to mess up this quote from my dad. He's very important to me. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. And I've carried that piece of advice throughout my whole life. So, really wishing on a star here. And it could be make or break. So we'll see. Just putting my faith in the universe on this one. And my car. Somehow a drop splashed back into my eyeball. That was incredible. 1 in a million. But I'm excited. And there's a chance. So let's go rock this thing. That'll be so cool. I've been watching this show before I even did comedy. I watched it for years when it was back in LA. And then when they were touring. And then they were at the club that shall not be named. And then they went over to the Vulcan. And now they're at the mothership. And now they'll be at the HEB Arena in Austin, Texas. I haven't been to Austin, Texas since I went to Texas Toast back in 2015. That BMX contest. If you look up Texas Toast BMX contest, you'll see a pretty cool little video. It's great. Little makeshift skate park in the middle of nowhere, Austin. Super sick after party for the Nora Cup Awards, and the after party for that one. I spent the whole night in a banana suit as a minor. So I was a 20-year-old just running around Austin in a banana suit with big X's on my hands. Ended up sneaking into a bar with the help of some friends because a big fight broke out. The security ran away and I got in, and my buddy said, "Wash those X's off your hands." Shouts out to Brandon Webster. Yeah, that was crazy. Super cool night. I haven't been back in Austin since, but I remember not being allowed in Shakespeare's because I was 20. I didn't have a fake or anything, so I had to stand outside while my friends were in there. I'll never forget, I used to have a buddy, his name was Kyle, and we were standing on the sidewalk right outside Shakespeare's, and all the little horse cops were riding along, and they said, "Please stay on the sidewalk." And so my buddy said, "Oh yeah, what are you gonna do?" And so he stepped in the street, and they said, "Get on the sidewalk." And he said no, and they just arrested him. They grabbed him so fast his hat flew off his head and landed where he was standing. And it was crazy because that man was responsible for 3 minors at the time. And It's kind of cool. One of them ended up becoming a super pro rider. So shouts out to Parker. That was a super fun little trip. But yeah, that was 8 years ago. So I'm a very different person than the last time I visited Austin. Pretty sure I had a buzz cut. That would make sense. Or maybe, like the hair was very minimal as far as, what you see before you today. I had a very good... Thank you to my mom for cutting my split ends. That was... Oh, this feels luscious. I am such a boy. I don't know anything about hair, but I can do this now and it doesn't hurt or get... Ah! I love it. So again, that's another playing. Cheers. This cup is really cool too. This is a Mr. Cartoon cup. I'm not explaining that any further. If you know what that is, shouts out. This episode is brought to you by Liquid Death. Kind of, sort of, not really. They've sent me product over the years. They don't really talk to me anymore, but I love their company and I support you very much. So please email me back. Oh, that's fun. I'm glad to be here. I was cleaning out my house and found these two old Admit One VIP passes to Mic Drop Comedy, which is really fun because I got these way before I ever did stand up. And it's kind of fun. I might show up with these one day. There's no expiration date. Might use that for... There's so many sets to go down. It's a great menu. Would love to get some more time in over there. Wow, something really, really cool happened. Holy cow. I was accepted for an audition at the Comedy Store, which, I don't know if you know, that's a very prestigious honor. And the circumstance, of course, would have it be on the day of Kill Tony, so there is no way that I could be there. However, the opportunity was not taken for granted. I'm so grateful for that they would think of me in that regard. Like, okay, we'll give you a shot. That's a great little look to where I'm at. 15 months in, almost 450 sets, working very hard at comedy. I love it very much. It's definitely been an adventure over the years trying to figure out the niche of what I wanted to do with my creative energy, excuse me, from DJing at Burning Man to making paintings and selling them to people all over the world. I don't want to go into the big list of things I've done, but it's been a lot, and I finally just feel like comedy is this thing I want to sink my teeth into. I love it. It's so cool. And you can just get better every single time that you go up there. Or you think you're getting better, and then you go up, and then you bomb, and it's so bad, but you soak it in, and you just live it. It's just one of those things. You got to keep doing it. I am very grateful for the opportunity to have had so much stage time over the last year and 3 months. It's a very small amount of time. Like a year and 3 months for most people, it's not that many sets, but I put the work in every day. So very proud of the fact that we're at 450 for 15 months. I don't really know. I feel like the math works really easy there. Divided by 30. Yeah, it's like one a day, every day, pretty much. Hey, little bud, you breaking the blinds? My little kitty cat, man, he just like to break blinds. This is Andy. He's cool. This is my kitty cat. You guys know Andy. We go way back. He just turned 6 years old. Little monkey pot man. Oh, that is something we are... Anyway. That needs to be addressed later. Let's see what's going on. Had some things here. Ooh, this is kind of fun. I was going over some old notes from podcasts and stuff. This year has been so much fun. I was able to go to the Bahamas with Max. That is so sick. Because I was able to go to the Bahamas with D'Artagnan, one of my other little brothers, when he turned 21 4 years ago. And I have one more brother, Czar, who will be 21 in 4 years. 5 years, something like that, and it's kind of cool. That gives me something excited to like go on, a third little adventure, do something with all of them when they turn 21. He's kind of a weeb, so I think we might go to Japan. That'd be super sick. Go to Tokyo or something. If the world hasn't blown up by then, that would be super fancy. I love my brothers and was really grateful to be able to spend so much time with them this holiday season. That was super sick. Let's see. Podcast number 9 with Kelly. Wow, number 9. That's so cool. That was 24 podcasts ago. Oh, man. Yeah, I think brought this up. This was out of nowhere. I met P. Diddy. I didn't meet P. Diddy. I'm tired. I met Paris Hilton and Cara Delevingne. And then my little camp roommate at the time, Allie, she met P. Diddy. And it was wild. He was our next door neighbor at Burning Man, and he was over there. And I don't want to get her in trouble or demonetize my channel. I'm not sure if I can finish this story. I will say that he had an entire RV exclusively for clothing. No people, just clothes. And that is a power move if I have ever heard one. Okay, the rest of that kind of doesn't really make sense. That's a lot of my writing. Okay, this was the last one that we had plugged up. Let's see if we finished up all our little things from last time. Clear the counter. Yep. Boom. Put away the clothes. Yep. Boom. We just did the laundry right now. Just got that done. Clean up the backyard. Ugh. Lift inspection. Done. Got new tires. All tires are done. Yep. We went over and put our stuff in the mail. It got mailed back to me because I didn't fill the form out right. Laundry. Got all the stuff. Did all the things. Boom. Did it. That feels good. All right. And then we got all this stuff. Yeah. Kill Tony's coming up. That's been the focus of, my of my attention lately, for sure, because it's got those tickets a long time ago, and it seemed like it was sort of a far away thing, and now as it approaches, it's really dawning. This is a real once in a lifetime opportunity. It really should not be taken lightly, and I want to go in there guns blazing, just swinging hammers, dropping punchlines like they're hot tamales. Although, why would you drop tamales? Then you can't eat them. Unless you're dropping them on a plate from a very short height. I don't recommend dropping tamales. Anyway. What? So, that's cool. Yep. Yep, we got famous people building bunkers, trying to escape the end of the world, which gives me a little bit of kind of, might want to put some haste in this whole becoming a comedian thing in case the world explodes. Because, I'm very narcissistic and I'd like my shot. Ollie, don't sniff the camera. Please get down on the bed. You are way too excited. Just scratching furniture and ripping up the floor. My dog is a psychopath. We just went and skateboarded around the block. He should be taking a nap, however, he wants to do nothing but play. That's okay. I can't really blame him for that. Ugh. Feel dust in my nostrils. That is a silly feeling. Boy, oh boy, I am sleep deprived, as can be. Not even sure if this thing is still alive. I have no way of knowing if this thing is on or not. I'm going to take a quick little check and see if anybody's typed anything in the chat box. And if you have, I will respond to it. Okay, checking the thing. Background music for my people. Nobody's watching, and there's no comments. Okay, that's all right. That's okay with me. All good. We're 25 minutes into this thingamajiggy. Yeah, it's been a good one. We got a lot done. It's 19 hours to Austin. So I'm thinking, today is the 28th of December. So after this podcast, I'm going to pass out because I'm very sleepy. Got a lot done. And after that, I'll wake up and might have to do something just to make sure we have some extra cash ready to make sure we can get there and back. Again, if you would like to donate and help me with my journey, my Venmo is in the description below. Really appreciate your support. I don't know how to make a Patreon. And let's see. So yeah, then we'll spend the 28th getting everything ready. Might do a little bit more work in the night and then pack up the bags and make sure the car is all good to go. So in the morning, up to the 29th, we'll wake up and just send it. Probably a good 15, 16 hours nonstop. if not like all the way. And then we'll call it, pass out for a couple hours, then drive the rest of the way, and boom, we'll be in Austin, clear up, clean up, wash my face, brush my teeth, go to Kill Tony, conquer the world. Let's go. Let's do this. Don't do that. I'm having like an asthma attack. I don't have asthma, so that's not good. Oh boy. I know what will help. Happy juice. Happy juice makes the good times even gooder. Shouts out to Happy Juice. This podcast is brought to you by Happy Juice. Available in all colors, shapes, and sizes. And percentages. Yeah, so that's good. We are doing a thing. We are creating content for the world. This is the world of Galactic Seabass. What is going on in your world? I would like to know so that I can talk about it. I don't really know what's happening in the news right now. It seems like the news has been lying to us for a very long time, and now it's just out in the open that they are very clearly indifferent to how we feel about whatever they decide to put out, whether it's true or not. They're just like, okay, eat this up, soak it in, don't question anything. And this is now fact, whereas in reality, it's not the case. So I don't trust the news anymore. I get most of my news from memes and TikTok and Instagram. So that's where my brain is. Definitely probably been susceptible to a couple of, Western created conspiracies. However, they seem to have some pretty good points. I don't know, man. Just live in a really weird. We live in a really weird world. We live in a really weird world. I feel like that was really hard to say. Anyway, that's a fun little tongue twister. Try it at home. That again is the world we live in, though. So take it with a grain of salt, because you don't get to choose another one. There's a universe of you, or if you believe in the parallel universe theory, there's a version of you that is a billionaire, has the perfect spouse, a big mansion, house on the lake, private boat and jet skis, no bills, CEO of a giant tech company, and look at you. Look at me. Oh, well, I can stand on my bike and play guitar at the same time, so that's pretty neat. Not a lot of humans who can do that. Definitely had a weird existence up to this point, so I'm excited to see how that all kind of showcases on a live format. I keep just thinking that it's going to happen. I just have to keep believing that if I go, I'll get pulled. It's the only way to think right now. I have to just placebo myself into victory. Oh man, yeah, this ought to be fun. I can't wait. My dad will be there in spirit. I'm about to roast my dad on the internet if that happens. It's more like a loving roast. All the jokes I do about him, people go, oh, ha ha, because it's like it's sad and funny at the same time. And yeah, they got it's a conquerable fear. I used to be so sad, and I was so devastated when I thought of the idea that, my dad wasn't here anymore. And now I turn that into laughter for other people. And I get to look back on it. I'm pretty happy that I made other people laugh and got to think about him and bring up his spirit and memory. And I think that's really cool and beautiful. So I'm happy to be able to share that with the world. Shout out to my dad. I miss you, Dad, very much. I love you. Rest in peace. You were a good guy. Look up John Fowler. John Fowler drum solo. John Fowler drummer. Steelheart. Super cool dude. That was a good guy. Miss my dad a lot. And that is pretty cool. So, yeah. Happy to be alive, though, and have the opportunity to go do something with my existence on this plane and share it with you guys. And, I know that I'm not the biggest YouTube account. I'm still very proud and happy that I have as many subscribers as I do. Very grateful for all you guys. Almost 5,000. We just hit 4.97, which is sick. Only 30 away from 5,000 subscribers, which is sweet. And yeah, I'm just very grateful. And there's a chance, if this thing pops off, then maybe a lot more people will tune into this. So that'd be pretty sweet. And I would love to have more relevant information to give you guys as far as what's happening in the world. We didn't really have a lot of time to prep today. This was sort of a make or break episode, as we have been cleaning the house insatiably for the last little bit. So do appreciate you being here. Very happy to have you along for this little ride that we are calling the Galactic Seabass channel. Podcast 33. Kill Tony New Year's Eve, LFG. Oh, that's fun. Sometimes I have hair on my arm and it feels like I have a bug crawling on my skin. It's this weird placebo effect, like a spider. Or I'm really sleepy. It's one of the two. Don't really know. Not even really sure how much longer I have left in me to do this podcast. This might be kind of a quick episode because I need to go to sleep and get to work in the morning. It's already 9 o'clock. I might even end up having dinner with a lady, which is pretty sweet. And also, I want to shout out to my mom because she got me a dash cam. This is not a very good image of the dash. This is just a box of wires. But however, there's a dash cam in here, so shouts out to my mom. That was really, really nice of you. And maybe we'll be looking forward to some lift adventure videos here soon. I have no idea how hard it'll be to create that content, but we'll see. And all right, Andy is directing this episode. It looks like he just had his face in the camera there. Hope that didn't affect anything arbitrarily. You want to say hello in the podcast before we say goodbye? Come here, bud. Come here, buddy. Up. No, not you. Ollie, you're too big to fit through this little pot. Here. Come here, bud. Oh, boy. There he comes. All right, I'll bring the boys in. You want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbye to the people? All right, come on in. Ollie. Come here. Come up. Yeah, that's it. My very excited boys. All right, well, from my boys and I here in Ocean Beach, from Ollie and Andy and myself, a.k.a. Sebastian, a.k.a. Seabass, a.k.a. Galactic Seabass, a.k.a. a lot of other nicknames over the years, I really want to thank you so much for tuning in to this rather brief episode of the Galactic Seabass podcast. But at the same time, I really appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a happy holiday season. New Year's is coming up. Happy early New Year's. Make sure you stay safe and have fun with all your friends and family and whoever you decide to be with that day. And into the new year, I wish you the best of luck in this new venture that we're going to call 2024. Hopefully the world doesn't explode. Get ready for the greatest fireworks show of all kind in another name. We will call it the 2024 American election. It's going to be a whirlwind. I need some water. There's real water in this liquid death can. I'm just using it as a placement for this logo. Oh man, fashion over function for sure right there. Not the best call, but we got our happy juice. We're good, and that's a plane. And that is a wrap. So thank you so much for tuning in to episode 33 of the GSP. My name is Seabass, a.k.a. Sebastian, and I really appreciate you tuning into this episode. I'm ready to call it an evening, a.k.a. a morning. You have yourself a great day, a great week, and best of luck in all your adventures. Wrap up those end of the year goals and get ready for your New Year's resolutions. And let's go ahead and conquer those dreams together, friends. Tony, if you want to support the journey, send me a Venmo. Descriptions down below. Like, share, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. I really appreciate you tuning in. You guys are incredible. This has been a podcast. This is the end of the transmission. Thank you so much. Galactic Seabass. Out. I love you, Andy. I love you, Ollie. And Merry Christmas to all. And to all a good night. That was fun. You guys rock. Skippity bop bop boo chee ba. Skippity boo chika doo choo ba. Skippity bop chika doo choo ba. Skippity boop ba doo boop ba doo doo skip boop ba doo boop. Where's the X? Doopity boop boop boop. Have a good night. Doo 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 doo. I love you guys. See you soon. Psh, psh. Episode 34 next Thursday.